Strength and mobility team. Today we got dynamic mobility, static holds, all about getting flexible. So the first thing you want to do is warm up, either jog in place or march for 3 minutes. When there's blood flowing, muscles are a lot more pliable. First thing you'll do is, after you do those three, some rotations. And this is going to start the joint mobilization process. We're going to start with our neck and work all the way down to the ankles. So the first two things we have for the neck is going to be up and down with the head. One thing to make it an effective stretch for the muscles in the front of the neck that sometimes pull that head forward is going to be holding onto the top of the chest, pulling the chest down, and then again, chin up and down. Now as the chin goes up, should get a nice stretch out of the front of the neck. We got 10 repetitions there before going into chin tuck, and that's going to be fingers on the bottom jaw, jaw closed, head retracts with a push. And you should get a little bit of a double chin as you pull that head back, again, feeling a bit of a flex in the neck. Shoulder rolls backwards, focusing on the pinch back and down as we're trying to get those shoulders to unwind. After you've done 10 shoulder rolls backwards, we're going to try to hold the same position in the shoulders the whole time as we do arm circles forward for 10. After this, we'll go into the hip circles for 10 rotations in each direction. Hula hula. Once you've gone 10 each direction, you go knees and ankles rotation, feet together. Hands above the knees, but not too much weight on them. Small rotation here. That knee is not meant to do a lot of rotating. It's a hinged joint. This is just to get those joints mobile. You'll go 10 in each direction, and then you're going to go into 3 dynamic movements before we go into our static holds. Those 3 movements are opening and closing of the body, or the bend and reach. So you're going to be reaching through the heels, and then opening up as much as you can. Everything head is up as the shoulders and arms reach. If you have any trouble placing your breath, you'll want to inhale as you open. These are for 20 repetitions, and then the second movement is going to be ballerinas, also done for 20 reps, 10 on each side. You'll take a step behind, leg is straight, front leg lightly bent, foot flat. Going to be reaching up to the ceiling. And then hand back down, foot out, foot behind, hand up to the ceiling. Try not to bend over here, just straight up, lengthening everything on that outside of the body. 20 repetitions, 10 on each side. Third dynamic movement. Hands and knees position, bird dog. You're going to be opening up opposite limbs away from each other, elbow to knee together, and again, all the way out before placing down. Doing this for 10 repetitions on each side, focusing on length and mobility as you do this. Those are your 3 dynamic movements to open up the body, and then our 3 positional holds we're going to do are for the chest, hips, and hammies. Chest stretch, it's going to be really not so much focused on the pec. It is focused on the pec, but you got a lot of things involved here. The shoulder, and then also the whole region itself, the thoracic region. This shoulder chest area is going to have to open up together. So to make sure this is done right, you can do one of 2 things. Elbow bent at 90 degrees, and then leaning into the stretch. You can have different foot placement, whatever feels right for you. You can go hand out to the side. Now as you do this, make sure that your shoulders stay back and open. We don't want the shoulders to roll forward here and only stretch out the rotator cuff or the joint itself. We want to make sure we get a full coupling and a full extension of everything involved here, pec, shoulder, etc. So it's going to be a 30-second hold of each side, 2 to 3 times, and you can definitely hold it longer, up to a minute, minute and a half even. Next 2 stretches are going to be for the hammies and the hips. First one's going to be the hamstring stretch, making sure you're always on the edge. That way your knee doesn't feel like it has to be slightly bent. One leg straight, toe up, and if you need a strap to hold on to, dog leash towel works really great. Make sure that that knee is straight. You're going to use that other leg to base off of and reach for that toe, holding 30 to 60 seconds, 2 to 3 sets on each side, alternating from side to side. And our third stretch is going to be ankle onto the knee, hands in front of the shin, pull yourself into the tallest sit you can, and that should be a nice stretch for the hip and thigh on the leg that's bent. Each side, 2 to 3 sets, 30 to 60 seconds, and that should make you feel real nice, opened up and stretched out.